1 year ago, on 13th February 2025, Journey Unscripted with Chanda Kochhar began with a simple idea: to create space for honest dialogue. The aim was simple: to not just look at success stories, but at the journeys behind those stories. Those unexpected, unfiltered, unscripted moments that are rarely seen by others. Throughout this year, I've enjoyed my conversations with people from diverse fields, those who have built and shaped industries, institutions, culture, communities. But through all these conversations, one insight kept coming back again and again: that there is no standard formula for success, and the path to progress is never scripted. It's often lived, relived, rewritten, and redone in real time. Given my belief that all our journeys are unscripted, I asked all my guests one common question about those unexpected and unscripted moments in their life, which they never thought would occur. But when they occurred, they changed or impacted their life in a big way. Here's a recap of what many of my guests had to say in that regard.
I believe that life is a journey unscripted.
Agreed.
Can you tell me any moment in your life which was unscripted, which you did not see coming, which you did not expect it'll happen, but when it actually happened, it brought about a huge change in your life or in your business?
So I think all formation of Marico, carving out Marico from Bombay Oil Industry, the family firm, happened because I wouldn't call it unscripted, but I had to do it. Otherwise, I would have struggled being a family man. Then there was a financial separation. There was some issue between the family. So all of a sudden it came up. Then I had to pay money to my other family members whom I had bought out. So going public was again unscripted. Again, I think life is like levers. Nobody expected that they will compete with us and I will acquire their brands. So there are many unscripted moments, in our journey.
Yeah, I think the issue is that how do you take that unscripted portion, either if it comes as an opportunity and then you don't let it die, or even if it comes as a challenge, how do you learn from it and drive it and actually make a success out of it?
That one evening when I was on stage, not realizing that somebody is looking at me completely different and is going to send me into a world that I never thought I could be a part of. From a simple South Indian family to go into a world and make a place for yourself is that moment in my life. And I honestly believe it is the blessing of Durga Ma that I have managed to stay here, survive here, and keep my reputation intact. And I feel blessed for that because I didn't belong to this world. My Hindi wasn't very good. Everybody said he was wooden. He won't last. But I survived, because I worked towards it.
So, was there any unscripted moment that kind of changed you and made you this powerful voice that you are today?
I think all the moments were unscripted. I don't think anything was scripted here. It was all, tumbling into things by accident. I think the main moment for me was when I left television. And it happened quite suddenly. It happened overnight. It was quite sudden. And after some 17 years of working a very demanding job, and suddenly I woke up in the morning and had nowhere to go because there was no work. I started getting worried, and then I realized that I needed help and I needed to see a professional. And I went to see a psychiatrist and I put myself through therapy to find my way out and asking myself what I want to do with my life. Do I want to be a journalist? What kind? It was terrifying. I didn't know what I was going to do. I think COVID happened. I stumbled into one more thing after that. So it was largely unscripted, but it was very scary.
Every great leader has, some of those very defining moments in their life, moments that test their resilience, that test their patience, that test their insights. So, do you think in your journey there was a moment, a very unscripted moment, which you never thought would happen, but once it happened, actually shaped your entire life?
In business, which I remember the most was when we started the steel plant with a lot of struggle and a lot of difficulties. And then the technology did not succeed,
Yes.
and we struggled. The Corex thing failed.
Yes, yes.
So that was one moment in life when, though I did not feel that it's all gone, I thought that we will revive it. But for a second, everybody felt, or I also felt that, hey, is everything over? But then we revived it, we worked hard, and rest is, as they say, history.
I think when I was like 6 years old, when my parents separated, that's when, my dad moved back to Calcutta. That's the reason why I started playing squash. So, obviously at the time, it's not the happiest time in the world, but, when you look back, if that hadn't happened, I might never have played squash. I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you, might be doing something else. So I think that kickstarted the journey, so to say, in this space for me.
I think every day it happens. Every day it happens in some form or the other. Sometimes it's unbelievable कि यार ये कैसे कर दिया मैंने. You kind of gain that force from some place, and then you create something, and then you start wondering कि यार ये हुआ कैसे.
Yeah.
So every day is a surprise for a creative person.
It was not planned. When we started this, some of the women were doing a fixed deposit at the bank, and they were using the interest of that fixed deposit. And I asked one woman, Paryaga Bai, that, every month you come and you are taking the interest, and for what are you using? Then she said, I'm using for my medicine. So then I thought, that she's actually designed the pension product for herself. And then, and this was in 2007, in the village, she was doing that. So then I thought we need to do something. And then we designed a pension product.
Okay.
And that was not planned actually. It just happened, and then we went to Stock Exchange Board. And now, of course, now we are getting into this whole investment and talking about SIPs of 100 rupees.
My journey has taught me a lot in every single thing that I've been able to be a part of, good, bad, or indifferent. And when you see someone else also having a tough time, that you're able to lift him or her up. And I think the experiences that I've gained because tennis took me to these places I never thought I would go, or meet people that I never thought I would meet. So I think from an experience perspective, it has given me knowledge that I never could have learned anywhere else, and so when you say unscripted, my whole life has been unscripted.
So very, very early in us starting our studio, we were beautifully backstabbed.
Gotcha.
So without us really knowing anything, because both Dad and I have worked on trust, just passion and trust. And we opened another center, which we thought was ours, with an investor. And he kind of just used our name, got the clients, got everything, and then shut us out. So, and how did we find out? Through a Facebook post that they've done all of this while this trainer was still taking a class in my studio.
At our studio.
Oh, okay.
So, whatever, I went there, I asked him to leave. I think that was a very hard lesson to learn at that age.
Unexpected moments come, you don't expect them, but they change you in a manner that you never thought, would happen.
I remember the first loan we dispersed in HDFC. And we put that man's photograph on the first balance sheet of HDFC.
Okay.
It was a 40,000 loan in Thane. And to see the company grow to billions of dollars.
That's right.
And to see the subsidiaries grow, the associates grow, is very satisfying.
Absolutely.
Rewarding shareholders
Yes.
whose company you're working for.
Yes. In your life, whether personal life or professional life, was there any one of those unexpected moment that happened that you never thought it would happen, but in a way that changed your life substantially?
The most recent one would be me getting back to competitive swimming. So I used to be a competitive swimmer as a child. And so for maybe 25 years, I hadn't entered a pool, not for any sort of serious sort of swimming. And then about a year back, one of my friends gave me a call and said, we require you to come and swim for our team. And we're missing one of our members for the relay.
Okay.
And we swam as children together. I went in for that swim. It was a competitive inter-club event and did surprisingly well. 2 years back, I would never have imagined that I would be swimming competitively, at the age of 56. So I think that's an unscripted sort of event that's taken place, and hopefully that's going to improve.
Climbing Everest alone in 1996,
right,
which was a big part of my life. Climbing Mount Everest has changed my life. It's got me recognition, not as the son of Tenzing, but as Jamling Tenzing. I did not want to be in the shadows of my father all the time. I think I learned a lot from that.
So many things. But I would say, for instance, when I first joined the slum dwellers movement and I went on a hunger strike, I didn't even know what was going to happen. I just said spontaneously, I said, I'll also join you. I think that transformed me in a way where I was neither prepared for it, nor did I know what a huge impact it was going to be. That really was the change from being an actor and also being somebody who was now going to get involved at the grassroots. It should have been earlier because that's what my father was and that's what my mother was. But it took that much time in coming.
But it happens when it has to happen.
A big one, googly. I was visiting India in 2005. Something just clicked for me to say that India is a different India than the one I left. So I just went back home, which was California at that time, and said to my husband, I think we should go back to India. What is the probability I'll succeed? Very small. I had not worked in India. I had not lived in India. I didn't have any big networks in India. And entrepreneurship wasn't like a rampant thing here. It's the only thing I know. Early stage investing is the only thing I know. So will anyone not want? I said, no, I think, we should do this. So it was an unscripted moment, but it has given me a lot, taking that leap of faith.
आप तो फिल्म प्रोड्यूसर हैं, तो फिल्म बनाते हैं, उसकी एक स्क्रिप्ट होती है, बट लाइफ की जर्नी अनस्क्रिप्टेड होती है, बिल्कुल. तो कभी क्या ट्विस्ट, क्या टर्न, आपके लाइफ का कोई एक ऐसा अनएक्सपेक्टेड मोमेंट बताइए. बहुत हुए होंगे, बट सम अनएक्सपेक्टेड मोमेंट दैट काइंड ऑफ चेंज्ड योर लाइफ एंटायरली.
Getting married to Sri. इससे बड़ा टर्न क्या हो सकता है मेरे लाइफ में?
Everybody's journey is in a way unscripted. Life is unscripted.
Blind cricket was one, but second or the most precious moment is when I visited a blind school. So I have two kids, and both of them, obviously, I left them in a school bus. They went to the school. COVID happened. It did not matter, honestly, to both my kids. They took the laptop and they started and continued their study well. I visited this blind school which almost stopped functioning because there was no digital, there was no training to the teachers, there is no infrastructure. And I wondered, Chanda, that why still we live in a world which is creating exclusion. I think that's something which was a game-changing moment for me, seeing one set of kids able to pursue education seamlessly, but other set of kids, their life just stopped. I'm happy that today we are created a world and a platform where it doesn't matter whether the access is there or not.
तो आपके लाइफ में ऐसे कौन से इंस्टेंसेस या कोई भी इंस्टेंस जो आपने कभी सोचा भी नहीं कि ये होगा, लेकिन वो हुआ एकदम अनस्क्रिप्टेड एंड उससे आपकी लाइफ बदली?
अपना नहीं, आपको एक बात बताऊं मैं, मेरी ज़िंदगी में कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ जो मैंने सोचा नहीं था।
अच्छा।
ये मैं आपको अजीब बात बता रहा हूँ। और मैं अपने बच्चों को बोलता हूँ कि बेटा जिस दवाई से मुझे फ़ायदा हुआ है मैं तुमको वही प्रिस्क्राइब करूँगा कि ये खाओ। मेरी थिंकिंग अपने आप जानबूझ के नहीं, बहुत पॉजिटिव थी। मैं स्ट्रगल पीरियड में अकेला भी बैठता था ना, तो मेरे को ये सब फ्लैश फॉरवर्ड आते थे कि मैं फिल्म फेयर के स्टेज पे हूँ, उस पार्टी में हूँ, ये हीरो मेरे घर बैठा है, ये हीरोइन, ये सब मेरे साथ होना ही है। ये मेरी सोच थी।
थिंकिंग।
तो ये जो है ना, मेरे लिए ऐसा कुछ भी अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीज़ नहीं हुई। अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीज़ें होती हैं लाइफ में, ऊपर वाले का स्क्रीन प्ले होता है। जैसे कई पिक्चर मैंने प्लान की कोई चीज़, जैसे मेरी फिल्म थी कि ये रिलीज होगी, सुशांत की शुरू हो जाएगी, अब ऊपर वाले का स्क्रीन प्ले कुछ और था, लॉकडाउन हो गया, तो ऐसी चीज़ें हुई। लेकिन अनस्क्रिप्टेड चीज़ें आपकी लाइफ में होती हैं 100%, लेकिन जो मेरे करियर में हुआ ना, वो चीज़ें मैं वो सपना लेके आया था और मुझे यकीन था कि मेरा सपना पूरा।
और आपने उस पर मेहनत की। आई ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट all journeys are in that sense unscripted. You would create a spreadsheet, but life doesn't move as per the spreadsheet.
So it was 13th April 2017, Baisakhi. Yeah, and I was in Mumbai. We went to this one-star hotel called Turtle Bay on the Sea, 1-2 star, I think. It was a budget hotel. It was being run by one of my friends, and he'd really upgraded it, but he was also exiting. And we went and bought this hotel. We just bought it, okay? The moment I bought it, I came back 27th April, 14 days later, to communicate that I've now bought an asset. I am now in direct competition, corporate disclosure, I'm gone. I have to go. So let me know when I can go. But that for me was that final thing that I bought a hotel. Now I'm a direct competitor.
Yeah.
I cannot be in this job. I have to go out of this job because I just couldn't leave that job.
Yeah.
So I had to go away.
ऊपर वाला जो हमारे लिए स्क्रिप्ट लिखता है वो हमें पता नहीं रहता। वो जिंदगी जो है वो आउट ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट चलती है। मेरे पॉडकास्ट का नाम ही है जर्नी अनस्क्रिप्टेड, कि हम अपने दिमाग में कोई स्क्रिप्ट लिख सकते हैं अपनी जिंदगी की, लेकिन वो जिंदगी दूसरी स्क्रिप्ट से चलती है।
And as we step into one more year of Journey Unscripted with Chanda Kochhar, we carry forward one promise: to keep bringing to you stories that matter, voices that inspire, and journeys that create a long-lasting impact.